Samsara Beyond event, I was in search of TPM systems. I went out to Revvo and some of the other companies that were there, and I basically told them I want to try your system out because with my background, just going a little further, as retired from New Jersey State Police as a DOT officer, assistant training officer. So the regulations, fatal accidents with buses, trucks, that was part of my job. A big piece of that was tire management, and here we transport people, so it's the #1 priority to keep track of our tires. And I know, as well as many other safety directors know, when drivers are doing checks, pre-trip inspections, they're not putting an air gauge on every tire, and that's concerning. Piece, obviously, having that real-time tire information in front of us, but I wanted it to integrate into existing systems. One of the things of the owner is not having multiple dashboards that many people have to monitor. I use your dashboard obviously all the time, being inside, but ease for my drivers to scan a QR code. I told your CEO when I was out in Vegas a couple weeks ago that QR code to them is like crack. That when they get into any of our equipment that doesn't have the QR code or it fades, they get upset. So they've really used the system, the dependency to be able to check their tires anytime they want, is really good. Basically, the way we do things is based off of 3 apps in a phone. So they all have smartphones to begin with, and scanning a QR code, it's the simplest thing. I've shown dozens of drivers in 2 minutes. Turn your camera on, scan that, click on the yellow bar, there's your pressure. And they're done. They're happy as could be. But another piece that we're really working on now is that tread depth. Meredith and I have worked together to try and see what the system needs to give us better real-time information. And I currently have a bus I have to go check now. We're going to see if I have to update the treads. A big piece, obviously, on my maintenance team is when we put new tires on or we switch tires and move wheels around, we have to update the Revvo system. That way it's accurate. It's that safety event that has never happened, because we don't really do mess around with tires here at Dolphin, and I don't think many companies do, but having this information in front of us, my maintenance shop daily looks at the dashboard, looks at the tire pressures. They have an email that comes to them, and if they have to adjust it before the buses ever leave, the tires are set at the nominal pressures. I think a big thing we learned in Florida with this kind of the test program in Meredith is we have a very big fluctuation of pressures due to the temperature extremes. It's hot. I mean, this past week we've had heat indexes of over 100, 105, 108, and if the buses are sitting or on the hot highways, we're going above the 10 or 20% threshold of a high pressure event. And the low pressures, when they're sitting here at night and the temperatures cool down to a cool 70, they drop the pressures. And if you're sitting on blacktop, but the sensitivity of the system is enough that if I have a bus sitting north and south, I can tell you if the sun's coming up or going down based on the tire pressures when we scan the bus. Optimal manufacturer specified pressures, safe driving, and all the stuff that comes along with that, and you do extend that tire life. When we get the tread depths begin to get lower on our front steer tires, we will move them to the tag axle, and then we'll put new ones on the front. But it's given the shop a chance to really catch up with themselves, and we rely on the system to kind of give us a gauge better than a driver doing a pre-trip or post-trip inspection. Anytime, what I did is I created an event in Fleetio, in Samsara, that travels into Fleetio, so that my maintenance shop sees it. So when the tire pressure is low, it automatically is triggered, and the drivers are the same way. They're scanning those QR codes, and the way I trained them is you have basically it's a traffic light, red, yellow, and green. And you green or red, that's the 2 most important ones. If you're green, get out of here. If you're red, let's come back in, let's see what the problem is. So before we send something out that maybe has a low tire pressure, you make a hard turn and you pop a tire on a rim or something like that. Again, the shop sees everything because our mechanics start at midnight. They catch all of this before anyone ever gets into our yard to start to go to work. And if you have a driver that's over the road, that's their tire gauge, is the QR code. Just the ease of your system. You do have your own dashboard. Again, I look at it, but there's no sense of me bothering a lot of other people with that. They just need to know, do they have good pressures? And the shop needs to know, do we need to adjust the pressures? Scanning a QR code is the simplest thing in the world. So that's the big pluses.